Hi there, it's Dr. Jess and Rebecca here, and we hope wherever you are, you're doing really well. So one of the common questions we get asked is, how do I maintain my spinal health? We're going to take you through a series of exercises that you can do at home with some pretty basic equipment so that you can maintain your spinal health on a regular basis. This is going to be a little bit more in depth than normal, so we're going to go for about maybe 10 minutes, but if you stick with this sort of a routine on a daily basis, you'll reap the benefits for years to come. So first off, Beck, what we're going to do is get you foam rolling your thoracic spine. The idea behind all these exercises is we're trying to maintain posture. So the first thing we're going to start off by doing is extending or reversing the mid-back using a foam roll. You can also use a towel for this, but a foam roll is probably most effective. So you'll see Beck's arching back over the foam roll, and she's just going to glide back and forward, so she's targeting the entire length of her middle back. The reason we do this is we spend our entire lives bending forward over a desk or over a factory or over a steering wheel or something. So just doing the opposite for a little period of time a day makes a big difference. So with this, we'd go for 30 seconds to a minute until she really stretched out her mid back. It's not super comfortable because you are breaking down adhesions. You might hear some clicks and cracks while you're doing it, which is good. It's normal. It's increasing the range of motion through your middle back. How do you feel?
Good.
All right, so once we've done that, we're going to hop up and we're going to do a few other exercises. So the key ones we want to do are going to activate our postural muscles. So in Beck's case, we're going to have her doing some chair squats. So you can either do these without a chair, you can do it with a chair. The reason we'll do it with a chair for today is because if you have struggle doing it or if you need more stability, the chair is going to make it safe. So essentially, you're going to, well, Beck, can you demonstrate? So what you'll see is Beck's keeping really flat through the back. She's keeping nice and straight. When she goes to stand up, she's squeezing her glutes to do that. She's not lunging forward. She's not trying to throw herself out of the chair. She's just using her quads and her backside, she's squeezing them. So keep going. And we're going to repeat this. So it's slow and it's steady. And you're really focusing on keeping a good posture the whole way through it. So what we'd suggest is aim for about 10 to 20 while you're doing this. If you find you start getting better at it, we would do 10, have a rest for 30 seconds, do another 10, and maybe do that 3 times. So the next thing we're looking at is Brugger's position, and this is a postural relief position. So ideally, Beck, just find yourself a flat wall and flatten yourself against it. So your backside, shoulders, head is touching the wall. Hands are open, so your palms are facing outwards. And what we want Beck to do is squeeze the shoulder blades back in together and then down. And at the same time, retract your chin. So using the muscles at the base of your skull, we're going to retract the chin in. So it's not tipping the head back, it's not tipping the head forward, it's retracting as if you want to make as many chins as you can. All the while making sure you keep squeezing those muscles in, trying to keep your lower back flat against the wall. You keep this position for a good 30 seconds to a minute, making sure that you stay focused because you will start to turn different muscles off. You'll start to get a bit lazy, so make sure you keep squeezing those muscles together and hold strong. Okay, so the last one we're going to do, the exercise portion, is what we call a Superman. So you can use a ball like this, you can also just do it on the floor. You can really do this anywhere, but for the sake of comfort, we're going to choose this today. So Beck, do you want to assume the Superman? So you're going to plant your feet against a wall so that you've got stability. The ball goes under the floor and you're really firing off your back muscles to try and keep your body flat. You make it harder by raising your arms out in front of you, and then if you want to make it harder again, Beck, just start doing little circles with your hands in front of you whilst maintaining this position. So you can imagine you're turning your glutes on, your lower back, your mid back, your neck muscles. All the muscles that are postural that hold you up are activated during this exercise. Ideally, you want to shoot for at least 30 seconds and even get up to a minute to 2 minutes. The longer you can do this and maintain the right posture, the more effective it's going to be and the more you're going to get out of it. So you'll feel it burn, it's like any exercise, but stick with it, keep going, and you'll get better with it over time. Thanks, Beck. Okay, so finishing off, we're going to do some basic neuromuscular re-education, and the key with this is we're increasing our brain's coordination of our spine, so we're less likely to throw it out, because you've all heard this story. Someone will just twist to pick up their car keys, they'll bend down to pick up a newspaper, in their back goes. And it's not because you're weak, it's not because you've injured it, it's because your proprioception is not where it needs to be. So this is going to remedy that. So Beck, would you please stand on this ball facing me? Now you can use a towel for this. You can also use a smaller wobble board. These are Bosu balls. You can buy them from online from anywhere from $50 to $150. They're really handy. You can do a whole bunch of exercises on them. So what we're going to have Beck do is initially just rock back and forward from heel to toe for me. Now see how Beck's wobbling? She's kind of struggling to balance. This is targeting your proprioception, so this is good. If she could do this easily, it's not as effective because it's an exercise, right? So if it's challenging, it's actually helpful. So as you start, and you want to make sure that you've got something to hold on to because self-preservation is key. We don't want you falling off here. Okay. So next, we're going to get Beck doing some basic range of motion exercises. So what I want you to do is just turn your head left and right. Keep your eyes open. See, as she's doing this, she starts to wobble a bit more. But we're teaching the brain a new movement pattern. So because your brain will just hit the turn right program and you turn right. But over time, it becomes less accurate. So because she's off balance, it's making the brain really concentrate about how it's coordinating the muscles and the joints. It's increasing your stability. So once I would say do 10. Just 10 left, 10 right. Then lastly, tip the head up, and then all the way forward. Same concept. It's pretty difficult. What I suggest again is do 10. Now once you've done that, if you want to progress, then we're going to do the lower back. So with this one, I need you keeping your feet dead still, the knees still, the hips still. So all the movement's coming from your lower back, and you're going to bend one way and then the other. That's really good. And we're going to do another 10. Now once you've done that, we're then going to do twists. Now the key with this is your pelvis stays fixed, all the motion's coming from your low back. So it's almost like the hip goes forward as the shoulder comes back, and then go the other way. Really good. See how the pelvis is staying fixed? That's what we want. And again, you do another 10. So in summary, if you want to maintain a healthy spine, it does come down to some effort, but if you do these simple exercises we've shown you, you can do them at home. You need minimal equipment. Really, you can do it with a chair, you can do it with a wobble board or a towel, and you can maintain your spinal health. And the key really is increasing your proprioception or increasing your brain's coordination of your spine and of your muscles, and also strengthening key postural muscles. But if you do that on a regular basis, you're going to reap the benefits for years to come. Thanks for watching.